Is this okay?
Why here?
It's shady.
It's too dark.
Dad, it's not too dark. The sun isn't good for you. We don't want you getting skin cancer.
I'm 91. I've been in the sun my whole life. I never got skin cancer.
You could still get it.
You know, when I was younger, a daughter never told her father what to do.
If Mom was still alive, she'd be saying the same thing.
If Mom was still alive, I wouldn't be living with you.
I don't have time to argue. I have to get to my office. Sarah knows to come down at 1 to bring you back for lunch. If you need her sooner, call her. Do you have your cell phone?
Of course I got it. I never forget anything.
I know. You tell me that all the time. I've got a taxi waiting at the apartment. I'll see you at dinner. Bye-bye, Pops.
Toodaloo.
Psst. Hey, mister. Do you want me to push your chair into the sun?
Why? So I can get skin cancer?
Well, you're 91 and you said you've been sitting in the sun your whole life and you never got skin cancer.
Do you always listen in on private conversations? You know that's very bad manners.
Well, your wheelchair is so close. I'd have to wear earplugs not to hear you.
So next time, wear earplugs.
Look who's talking about bad manners. You're not very friendly.
I'm 91. I don't have to be friendly anymore.
Well, I'm 89 and I'm friendly.
You have to be friendly. You're a woman. Women like to talk a lot. You wouldn't have anybody to talk to if you weren't friendly. When you're a man and you're 91, you've talked enough.
So, stop talking to me.
What are you reading?
I thought you didn't want to talk.
I wasn't talking. I was just asking a question.
The obituaries.
What did you say?
I said the obituaries.
I can't hear you.
Don't you wear hearing aids?
Why should I wear hearing aids? When I get older, I'll get hearing aids.
I can't talk any louder. I've always had a soft voice.
You know, if you move some of those newspapers on the bench, I could sit next to you and then I could hear better.
Oh, what happened? You can walk.
Of course I can walk. Except when I was a baby. I've been walking my whole life. Why would I stop now?
But the wheelchair?
If you just move the newspapers out of the way so I can sit down on the bench, I'll tell you.
Oh, sorry, I just thought...
That's the trouble with you young women. You try to think too much.
Please, would you like to have a seat?
Why else did I walk over here? So what's your name?
It's May. May Gaffney. What's yours?
Solomon Frank. But if we're going to talk, you're going to have to call me Solly. I only used Solomon when I was in business.
So, okay, Solly. Why were you in the wheelchair?
That's just for my family.
Your family? Who uses it in your family?
Nobody. Just me. I want them to think I need it.
Solly, you seem like a very nice man.
But you think I'm nuts. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not nuts.
Well then, why the wheelchair?
I was tired of being invisible.
Invisible?
A year after my wife died, Cynthia, my daughter, wanted me to move in with her and my son-in-law. She didn't want me to live alone in the apartment. So I sold the apartment and moved in with them. It was okay for the first year.
Well, what happened after that?
I became invisible. To my daughter and son-in-law, I became part of the furniture. They never talked to the furniture and they seldom talked to me. So I decided to do something about it. One morning I woke up and pretended I couldn't get out of bed. I told them I couldn't walk.
You lied?
What's the matter? You never tell a lie?
Well, not big lie like that.
So call me a big liar.
What did they do?
They took me to a bunch of doctors. They couldn't find a reason. The one doctor thought it might be emotional. He thought it might be because Becky died.
Becky?
My wife. We were married for 65 years.
Wow, that's a long time. You must have been happy.
We got used to each other.
Well, do you just sit in the wheelchair all the time?
Of course not. My legs would fall off.
Huh. Well, what do you do?
Well, my son-in-law went and bought me an exercise bicycle. Not the real bicycle, the kind you sit in with the chair.
Well, how do you get in the bike without letting them know that you can walk?
My housekeeper, Sarah, brings me my walker. I use Sarah in my walker to get into the bicycle. And then when I'm finished, Sarah helps me get back into the wheelchair.
Are you ashamed of yourself, causing such anxiety for your family?
Hell no. I'm not invisible anymore. They pay attention to me.
I don't know, Solly. It seems to me...
What? That what I'm doing is bad? Maybe. But enough wheelchair talk. Are you married?
I was married.
That's not what I asked. I asked, are you married, not were you married?
I'm not married now. My husband died 10 years ago, and we were married for 57 years.
Were you happy?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I wouldn't have stayed that long if I wasn't happy. But you know, it's funny that when I think back, I know there must have been times when it wasn't so good. But honestly, all I can remember are the good times.
So why are you looking for another husband?
I am not looking for another husband.
If you're not looking for another husband, why are you reading the obituaries? I thought maybe you were looking to see if some lady died so you could cook the husband a meal.
Please, I am not that kind of woman. And you know what? I am so tired of cooking.
Then why are you reading the obituaries?
So I can pay sympathy visits.
Sympathy visits?
Yeah, I go to memorial services and shivas, but the shivas really are the best.
Are you Jewish?
My name is Gaffney. I'm Irish, laddie.
So what's with the shivers?
It's when you go to visit a Jewish family after a funeral.
I know what a shiva is. I'm Jewish, couldn't you tell?
You know, maybe in their 90s, they all look the same to me.
What about my name, Solomon Frank? Does that sound Chinese?
Well, if you could lie about not being able to walk, why couldn't you lie about your name?
I'm not lying. I'm Jewish.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult you.
You didn't insult me. Why? Did it sound like I was insulted?
Truthfully, yes.
I'm changing the subject. So when you find somebody you know in the obituaries, do you visit the family?
No, I don't know any of the people. I mean, I just make believe I do.
But if they don't know you, then...
Well, it's not a problem. You know, people who are in mourning are so happy to see as many faces. So I go there and I say, I'm a distant relative. Or I met the departed a number of years ago at a deli.
Are you some kind of a nut job?
Who, me? No. I mean, I kind of look at this as a second career. I mean, I retired as a secretary when I was 70.
A career? You mean somebody pays you for this?
No. I go for the free food. And honestly, it's unbelievable. Every visit is like going to a banquet. And the shivas, oh, they're the best because they go on for 7 days.
Maybe it's time for me to confess. getting tired of the wheelchair. Would you maybe be interested in having an escort to some of these shivers?
Sally, are you asking me for a date?
I guess you could call it that.
I would be very pleased to have you as my escort.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Would you like to have lunch with me today?
I guess so. Well, where would we go?
My apartment.
Sally, aren't you rushing things?
When you're 91, you can never do anything too soon.
But your apartment?
Oh, don't get the wrong idea. Sarah will be there. She's going to make us lunch, and she'll make sure that you don't get too fresh with me.
Well, I'll just have to control myself.
You're funny. And you're pretty sharp for a lady.
And you're pretty handsome for 91.
Would you do me a favor?
Sure.
Would you sit in the wheelchair?
Okay. I'll bite. Why?
Because I want to push you up to the apartment. I want to see the look on Sarah's face. She'll faint.
Sally, you're like a mischievous little boy.
Is that so bad?
No, I think you're very cute.
So, May, you ever think about getting married again?
You know, my husband used to say, you're never too old to start over.